Yes, my friends, they're blind. So when was the last time that you saw a blind person in public? Or do you even personally know someone who is blind? Most of you guys will say no. Why is that? Why is it so rare for us to find a blind or see a blind person in the society? Well, I know for a fact that for Thailand, my country, is a lack of proper infrastructure, which makes it very difficult for them to live in the world, not to mention limited access to other resources. Now, I'm sure that many of you has done good charity works, awesome charity projects before. And some of you might even have done projects to help the blind. Now, what if I told you this concept of charity might not be as good as many of you might think? You see, the thing about charity work is that it's a one-time thing. We arrived, we helped, and then we left them to get back to our own lives and move on. And by doing so, we exclude them from the rest of our society. We push them away. We treat them like they are not capable, like they're waiting to be helped. Instead, what we can do is to change this charity-based society into a right-based, inclusive one, with fundamental human rights that every single human being deserves. By creating a more sustainable projects, we can bring them closer to our society, rather than just pushing them away. So, here are some of the projects that us TPYs have done. The first one, run with the blind. Instead of running for the blind, we decided to run with the blind. We ran together, we walked together, and we moved together. We moved forward together as one. No one is left behind. Next, my favorite, Read for the Blind. The aim of this project is not only to create a sustainable materials for the blind community, but also to improve access to such materials as well. With the help of technology, you can now read, categorize, and turn ordinary books into amazing, captivating audiobooks to the blind community. You can even browse the libraries and see what book hasn't been introduced, what book hasn't been read, and use your power just from reading to introduce an entirely new book to the blind community. Some of the examples of the apps are RFB or Read for the Blind by Samsung. There are many to be discovered. The expected outcome of this project is not only to create sustainable materials to the blind community, but also to improve skills of readers, which eventually results to a better, a more intellectual society for everyone. Now, when we were doing this project, one question came to our minds. Are the blinds really incapable? Now, before you try to answer that question, I want you to listen to something.
I would like to take this opportunity to convey to youth from Thailand, from ASEAN countries, and from Japan that you all have the capacity, the ability to make changes to the society. The society which I would like to see in the future should be the society of inclusion, or inclusive society, where no one is left behind. In order to achieve such a goal, we need to ensure that everybody is fully aware of their fundamental human rights, freedoms on equal basis. Blind, disabled people, especially those who are young people, should realize the potential of themselves, the potential to learn, to share, to contribute, and to work, and to live in harmony with other people, not only as a recipient, but as partner.
So that was a message from Montien Buntan, a member of the National Legislative Assembly, the President of Council for Disabled People of Thailand, and also serving his second term as the representative of the United Nations Committee on Rights for People with Disabilities. And yes, my PY friends, he is blind. Now, it's time for us to really open our eyes. And the next time that you decide to do a project for good cause, ask yourself this: are you really helping them? Or are you pushing them away from the rest of society? Are they just good cause to everyone else? Now, lastly, let me leave you with just one question. Are they disabled because of their inability to see? Or are they disabled because the rest of our society made them to be? It's time to put an end to this charity-based society and work together towards a right-based, inclusive one. And I absolutely believe that you will be a part of making it a reality.